Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Nar from the Nar Report. Back today with another episode. This is episode 46 of the Nar Report, and I just want to say, and all I want to say is, it is a pleasure to be here. If it wasn't for my fans today, I won't be doing the Nar Report. Okay, I just want to thank y'all for all the love and support y'all have given me on all of my social media platforms, on the Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. All right. And speaking of my social media platforms, if you are new to the YouTube, make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube. Click that bell to make sure y'all get all the notifications on when I go live and when I post stuff from your favorite NFL sports content creator, Nard from the Nard Report. All right. And don't forget to follow me on the Instagram and the TikTok at D_Nard_report right here. Okay. Same thing. Just type in D_Nard_report. Pull it up, and it's gonna be me. All right, trying to get these TikTok and Instagram followers up, so make sure y'all go help me out by following those platforms. Thank you very much, and sub to the YouTube as well too. And in today's episode, I'll be recapping NFL Week 6, talk about all the games, what I like, what I didn't like from the teams, and then give y'all my Week 7 NFL predictions. Y'all know how it goes. All right, let's get into it. First of all, I hope everybody's having a great day. And now we're going to my Week 6 recap. Started off with the Thursday night football game. We got the New York Giants defeating the Philadelphia Eagles 34-17 in New York in the NFC East showdown. Let's talk about it. The New York Giants played phenomenally well. Jackson Dart played a great game. Ryan Scatterable, those were the two best players of the game too. And I got a feeling if Malik Nabers is not hurt, the New York Giants got a top 10 offense in the National Football League. Excuse me, guys. Sorry, my stumble right there. But I feel like if Malik Nabers comes back healthy next season, the Giants' offense is going to be a problem. But all they got to do is fix their offensive line. They'll be great. And that defense is sneaky good, too. All right. Their D-line is good. Their secondary is good. Their quarters are good. All right. Brian Dable is a pretty good coach, but he just has to be consistent. All right. But what a game by the New York Giants, and Jackson Dart played a great game. 17 for 25 for completion attempts, threw for 195 yards, 1 touchdown, and 0 interceptions. Cam Scottaboo, that dude is an elite running back, probably going to be in the top 10 running back conversations by the end of the year. All right. Scottaboo ran for 98 yards and had 3 touchdowns. This dude went off. He ran all over the Philadelphia Eagles defense. Yes, I do understand that Jalen Carter didn't play, but it's all about Desmond Up. When Jalen Carter is not playing for the Philadelphia Eagles defensive line, that D-line is not the same. All right, because he makes a huge impact for the Philadelphia Eagles defensive line. All right. But the Giants offense looked spectacular. The defense was spectacular, holding the Philadelphia Eagles to under 20 points and containing Jalen Hurts pretty well. Jalen Hurts did not play a great game, 24 for 33 for completion attempts, threw for 283 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 interception and 3 sacks. Saquon Barkley ran for 58 yards and no touchdowns. A.J. Brown, solid game, 9 targets, 6 receptions for 80 yards. Dallas Goedert, 9 targets for 110 yards and 1 touchdown. But what is going on with this Philadelphia Eagles offense? All right. The A started off 4-0, and now they're 4-2. But this Eagles offense hasn't been looking the same since last year. All right. Something is wrong with that Eagles offense, but they'll be fine, though. They got a lot of football left in them. They're still the team to beat in the NFC, but as of right now, I got to give it to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because those boys are balling. But the Eagles are still the team to beat in the NFC. It's still early in the season, so it's all about how the team is by late November and December, and then January. All right, because the Eagles are a playoff team. They're not really a regular season team. All right, in the regular season, they'll figure it out, and then in the playoffs, they're ready. Okay, I still got faith in Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles. I do believe they will still get this offense together, and the offense is going to be better than what we expect, and the offense that we know. All right. And that's it. Giants win 34-17 against the Eagles, and they're now 2-4 of the season. Next up, we go to the Sunday games in London. We got the Denver Broncos defeated the New York Jets 13-11 in a defensive battle game, low scoring game. Let's talk about it, man. Both offense for the Denver Broncos and the New York Jets are not good. Okay, they're not good, but the defense played well for both teams. But the Broncos obviously have the better defense, but the Jets defense is solid though. Okay, the Jets defense is solid. Both offenses were clicking. Bo Nix and Justin Fields didn't play pretty well, but the defense held them in the game. Let's talk about the Broncos for a second. Broncos offense, it's all right, but they still need a little more work to do. But that mile-high defense, though, it's insane. All right. Bo Nix, 19 for 30 for completion attempts, threw for 174 yards, 1 touchdown, and 0 interceptions. Justin Fields did not play the great game. 9 for 17 for completion attempts, threw for 45 yards and 0 touchdowns. This was such a boring game to watch, but defensively, it came down to which defense could get the last stop, and that was the Denver Broncos. And that's it. Ain't nothing much to say about this game. This was all about the defense for both teams. Broncos went 13-11 in London. Broncos went 13-11 against the Jets. All right. Next up, we go to the Sunday 1 o'clock games. We start off in Baltimore with the Rams defeating the Ravens 17-3 in Baltimore. Ravens defense played pretty well, but the offense without Lamar Jackson is not the same. Okay. The Ravens are now 1-5 of the season. Where do y'all go from here? You're heading into the bye week 1-5. Your next game is against the Chicago Bears at home. And if you lose that game, your season is over. Okay? I'm going to just put it like that. If the Ravens lose to the Bears, your season is over. Okay? Season over. But overall, though, I feel like the Ravens could have won this game, but, man, too many mistakes, all right, from the offense. Matthew Stafford played a great game, 17 for 26 for completion attempts, threw for 181 yards, 1 touchdown and 0 interceptions. Kyron Williams had a touchdown, ran for 50 yards. Puka Nacua did not have a great game. He was hurt, but they came back in the game. Their wide receivers didn't play too well, but the defense played well for the Rams, holding the Ravens to 3 points. Cooper Rush, 11 for 19 for completion attempts, threw for 72 yards, 0 touchdowns and 1 interception. Derrick Henry had a great game, ran for 122 yards, couldn't get it to the end zone. But the Ravens have to get it together because as of right now, the Steelers are winning the division. Okay? And that's all I got to say. Steelers right now, AFC North favorites. I don't know how the Ravens are still favored to win the division, but they got to get it together. Ravens, if you lose to the Bears after the bye, which Lamar's supposed to be coming back, I don't know what else to say. Okay? But that's it. Rams win 17-3. Next up, we go to Miami with the Chargers defeating the Dolphins 29-27 in Miami. Chargers went off of a game-winning field goal by Cameron Dicker. Dolphins. I'm going to say this right now. The Miami Dolphins are trash. Okay? Tua is not good. Okay? Their O-line is not good. Their defense is horrible. Mike McDaniels is really not a good coach. Why is he not fired yet? Can somebody explain? Why is Mike McDaniels have not been fired by the Miami Dolphins yet? Man, Miami is just one of those organizations that doesn't build to win. All right. But let's go over these stats real quick. Justin Herbert, 29 for 38 for completion attempts, threw for 264 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. He played a pretty great game, though. Lamb McConkey, 1 touchdown, 100 yards, 7 receptions. Great game. Keenan Allen, 4 receptions for 27 yards. Chargers always look pretty great. The defense looked great as well, too. But the offensive line is not that bad than what people expect. I know they're missing their top 2 O-line for the season, but the Chargers offense is still great, though. They're still leading in the AFC West, which is great. They needed this game badly against the Dolphins, and they got the job done. Tua Tagovailoa did not play the great game. 21 for 32 for completion attempts, threw for 205 yards, 1 touchdown and 3 interceptions. Tua is not good, okay? Why did the Miami Dolphins pay that man all that money? Yes, I understand he took y'all to the playoffs for a couple seasons, but what has he done? He's done nothing since he signed that contract. But otherwise, though, Chargers win 29-27. Not going to speak too much on that. Pretty great game, back and forth going along. Dolphins, Chargers going at it with each other. The Chargers were up 26-20. Dolphins scored a touchdown. Justin Herbert puts the Chargers at field goal range, and Cameron Dicker kicks the game-winning field goal. Next up, we go to Charlotte with the Carolina Panthers defeating the Dallas Cowboys 30-27 in Carolina. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. I thought I had to sneeze for a second, but it happens a lot. But let's talk about this game. Dak Prescott played well. 25 for 34 for completion attempts, threw for 261 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. Dallas offense is great, but that defense is horrendous. The Dallas Cowboys defense is horrendous. Ever since Micah Parsons left, they do not have a defense. Do you see how training your best defensive player impacts your whole defense? That's the Dallas Cowboys. All right. But the Panthers, they go for it on 4th and 3 late in the game. Bryce Young converts it on the Panthers. First down, they get into field goal range. They kick the game-winning field goal. Bryce Young played a great game. 17 for 25 for completion attempts. Threw for 199 yards. 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Rico Dowdle went off, ran for 183 yards and 1 touchdown, receiving touchdown. Rico Dowdle went off against his former team. Dallas, y'all defense is horrible. The Dallas Cowboys got the worst defense in the National Football League, and they're not a playoff team. Okay? I was watching First Take the other day. Cam Newton said, the Cowboys are a wild card. I don't know what the hell he was talking about. Sorry about my language, but I don't know what he was talking about. But the Cowboys are not a playoff team. They are a defensive way. Offensively, they look great. They are a playoff team on offense, but not on defense. So all the Dallas Cowboys need is a defense, and then they'll be fine. And that's it. Panthers win 30-27 off of a game-winning field goal. Next up, we go to New Orleans with the Patriots defeating the Saints 25-19 in New Orleans. The Saints have been in a lot of close games, but haven't found ways to win. Drake May, 18 for 26 for completion attempts, threw for 261 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. Offensively played great. The defense for the Patriots was amazing. The New England Patriots are now in first place in the AFC East. Patriots fans, y'all welcome. We did our thing last night against the Buffalo Bills, which I'll get to that in a moment. But y'all played a great game against the New Orleans Saints. Spencer Rattler played great. 20 for 26 for completion attempts, threw for 227 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. But Saints lost. Patriots win. Ain't much to say. I didn't watch this game, but Patriots win 25-19. So the games that I don't watch, I just go off the stats. Okay. Next up, we go to the Cardinals and Colts game. Colts win 31-27 in Indianapolis. Daniel Jones, MVP caliber quarterback. Okay. Let's just go ahead and put it like this. Daniel Jones is in the conversation for MVP. All right. He is the best quarterback in the AFC right now. All right. This man, ever since he arrived in Indianapolis, he has been balling. All right. 22 for 30 for completion attempts, threw for 212 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Jonathan Taylor in the MVP talks. Probably the best running back in the NFL, but he ain't better than Bijan, though. Just me being biased. But ran for 123 yards, 1 touchdown. All right. He had a great game. Colts offense is great. Daniel Jones, Jonathan Taylor, Michael Pittman. They got good receivers over there. They got a good offensive line, a great running back. Coaching over there is great. As of right now, the Colts are in contention to win the AFC South and to get the number 1 seed in the AFC. Let's go to the Cardinals standpoint. Kyler Murray didn't play. Jacoby Brissett did not play well. 27 for 44 for completion attempts. Threw for 320 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Cardinals did not play the great game. They had a chance to take the lead at the end. They failed the 4th down conversion. Colts win. I think this Colts team is legit. Okay? When I look at it, they are the best team in the AFC with the Chiefs, Ravens, and Bills struggling right now. The Indianapolis Colts are the number 1 team in the AFC. And that's it. Colts went 31-27 in Indianapolis. Next up, we go to Jacksonville with the Seattle Seahawks defeating the Jacksonville Jaguars 20-12 in Jacksonville. Sam Darnold played well, 16 for 27 for completion attempts, threw for 295 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. Jackson Smith, the Jigga, however you say his name, 8 receptions for 162 yards and 1 touchdown. Jackson Smith, the Jigga, is in the conversation for top 10 receivers in the National Football League. That dude is a dog. For the Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence did not have a great game, 27 for 42 for completion attempts, threw for 258 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. I thought the Jaguars were going to win this game. They had a great game against the Kansas City Chiefs. They got all the momentum. They're at home. Seattle just came in and handled their business. Seattle's defense is elite. Their offense is elite. Seattle's going to be a problem in the NFC, in their division, and in the playoff hunt as well, too. So watch out for the Seattle Seahawks. And that's it. Seahawks went 20-12 against the Jaguars. Next up, we go to Pittsburgh with the Browns and the Steelers. Steelers win 23-9. Ain't much to say. Browns kicked 3 field goals. Offense did not look great. The defense did not play well. Dylan Gabriel did not have a great game. 29 for 52 for completion attempts. Threw for 221 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Aaron Rodgers is balling with the Steelers. 21 for 30 for completion attempts. Threw for 235 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. DK Metcalf, 4 receptions, 95 yards, and 1 touchdown. All right, Steelers offense, amazing. The defense for the Steelers, one of the best defenses in the National Football League. All right, holding the Browns to 3 field goals. Hey, the Steelers are winning the AFC North this year with the Ravens' injuries and the rest of the division being so terrible with the Browns and Bengals. The Steelers are going to win the AFC North. And watch out for the Steelers this year. I think in January, they are going to be a problem. But that's it. Steelers win 23-9. Next up, we go to Vegas with the Raiders and the Titans. Raiders win 20-10. Geno Smith, solid game. Bounce back game, 17 for 23 for completion attempts. Threw for 174 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. Asher Jennings ran for 75 yards and had a touchdown as well, too. Raiders offense looked great. The defense played phenomenally well. Titans, Cam Ward did not have a great game, 26 for 38 for his completion attempts. Threw for 222 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. Overall, though, I didn't care who wins this game, okay? Because both teams are not good. They're not making the playoffs, and they're both last in their respectable divisions. But that's it. Raiders went 20-10 against the Titans. Next up, we go to Green Bay with the Packers and the Bengals. Packers win 27-18 against the Bengals. Joe Flacco in his debut played pretty well. 29 for 45 for completion attempts. Threw for 219 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Bengals offense played pretty well in the second half. The defense is still horrendous for the Bengals. I think the Bengals are a defense away. They're just a defense away. They're an O-line and a defense away for being a legit team. Okay? Jordan Love played a great game, 19 for 26 for completion attempts, threw for 259 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. Josh Jacobs on the ground ran for 93 yards and 2 touchdowns. Green Bay is back in first place in their division with the Lions losing to the Chiefs on Sunday night. They are 3-1-1 with a tie. I think Green Bay are going to give the Lions a run for their money in that division. I still believe that the Lions are still the team to beat in the NFC North, but the Packers, watch out for Green Bay. Okay, that defense is elite. The offense is great. Jordan Love playing at an MVP level. Watch out for the Packers. But otherwise, though, Packers win 27-18. Next up, we go to Tampa Bay with the Niners and the Bucks. Bucks win 30-19 against San Fran. Mac Jones played a solid game, 27 for 39 for completion attempts, threw for 347 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. The 49ers offensive line is awful. Okay. Defensively, without Nick Bosa and Fred Warner, it's horrendous. Okay. But prayers up to Fred Warner, though. He is out for the season with an ACL injury, I believe. But we'll get into that later. But Christian McCaffrey had a touchdown, ran for 54 yards and 1 touchdown. The Buccaneers, let's go to the Bucs standpoint. The Niners did not play a pretty great game. It was competitive in the first half, but then Tampa Bay got away with it. Baker freaking Mayfield. MVP talks. All right. Probably the best quarterback in the NFC right now. All right. I'm just going ahead and say this. Baker Mayfield is the best quarterback in the National Football Conference. Okay. This dude played an elite game without his receivers, without Mike Evans, without Chris Godwin. And Buka got hurt with a hamstring injury, and he still found a way to win the game. 17 for 23 for completion attempts, threw for 256 yards, 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. Rashad White, 1 touchdown and ran for 65 yards. Sean Tucker ran for 25 yards and 1 touchdown. Kay Johnson had a touchdown, a bomb from Baker Mayfield. All right. The receivers played well. The offense was great. The defense played pretty well, too, at the end. They got the interception on 4th and 6 with the Niners down 8. They get an interception by Jamal Dean, and the Bucs get into field goal range and sealed the deal with a field goal and make it 30-19. Next up, we go to the Sunday night game with the Detroit Lions taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs win 30-17. Are the Kansas City Chiefs back? Yes, they are. You can never count out Patrick Mahomes. Okay? Mahomes had a great game, 22 for 30 for completion attempts, threw for 254 yards, 257 yards. Sorry about that. Mahomes threw for 257 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. All right. Mahomes had a rushing touchdown as well, too. Travis Kelce, 6 receptions for 78 yards. Juju Smith-Schuster, 57 yards, 3 receptions, and 3 targets. Hollywood Brown, 2 touchdowns, 4 receptions for 45 yards. And Xavier Worthy, 1 touchdown, 2 receptions for 20 yards. All right. Defensively for the Chiefs, played essentially well. They got at the Jared Goff pretty well. All right. They slowed down their wide receivers. Amon St. Brown, Jameson Williams. They slowed them down. I like that for the defense. They came ready to play. I expected the Lions to win because they were the better team, but the Chiefs play like the better team. I think Dan Campbell got out-coached by Andy Reid. All right. Jared Goff, 23 for 29 for completion attempts, threw for 203 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery did not get into the end zone this game. Jameson Williams, 7 targets, 6 receptions for 66 yards and 1 touchdown. Sam Laporta had a touchdown, 5 receptions for 55 yards. Defensively did not play well tonight. At the end, when the Lions lost the game, Brian Branch threw a punch at Juju Smith-Schuster, which was unacceptable. Okay? That was really unacceptable by Brian Branch. He will be suspended for the next game. But I get his attitude, though, because I feel like the Lions should have won that game, but the Detroit Lions beat themselves. That's what it is. The Lions just beat themselves. And the Chiefs played phenomenally well. This was a must-win game for the Chiefs. They got the job done. This was a bounce-back game for them after a rough loss to the Jacksonville Jaguars, and they are now back in the AFC West division race. And that's it. Chiefs went 30-17. Next up, we go to the Monday night games. We had a doubleheader. We're going to start off in the ATL, my city. We got my Atlanta Falcons taking on the Buffalo Bills. Monday Night Football, Michael Penix versus Josh Allen. Falcons get the job done. They win the game 24-14 against Buffalo. Let's talk about it. My Atlanta Falcons. Are we back, guys? We got an offense. We got a defense. The Atlanta Falcons have the number 1 total defense in the National Football League and the number 2 total offense in the NFL. This offense looks insane. Raheem Morris, I love this man. He's doing a great job in Atlanta. Keep it up. If he can be more consistent on his coaching duties, oh, yeah, I think he'll be great, though. But I love what Raheem Morris is doing in Atlanta right now. He's doing a great job coaching these young fellas, hyping them up, getting ready for game day. Michael Penix played a great game, 20 for 32 for completion attempts, threw for 250 yards, 1 touchdown, and 0 interceptions. Bijan Robinson went off, ran for 170 yards, 19 attempts, 1 touchdown. Tyler Algier, 10 attempts, ran for 32 yards and 1 touchdown. Drake London had 158 yards, 16 targets, and 10 receptions, 1 touchdown as well, too. All right. Offensively, for the Falcons was insane. The O-line looked great. Jake Matthews, praise up to that man. He got hurt, one of our best offensive linemen on the team. But, hey, the offensive line looked great, though. All right, our O-line looked great. The defense, let's talk about that defense. Man, I love our defense. Okay. We had 2 interceptions, 4 sacks on Josh Allen. Man, this pass rush has gotten better. I love how we spent our draft picks on defense. You know, pass rushers, went out and got Jalen Walker, traded up for Jace Pierce, selected Xavier Watson, Billy Bowman. And watch out for the Atlanta Falcons team. I'm telling you right now, before the season started, it's going to come down between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for the NFC South. Atlanta is now 3-2, now 1.5 game back from Tampa for the division. I think Atlanta could compete for a playoff spot. Not only compete with Tampa Bay for the division, but potentially make the playoffs as a wild card spot. I think people should start looking at the Atlanta Falcons because this team is completely special on both sides of the ball. We got talent. We got youth. We're coming, guys. All right. But Josh Allen, the Buffalo Bills, did not play the great game. 15 for 26 for completion attempts. Threw for 180 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. James Cook ran for 87 yards and 0 touchdowns. Josh Allen, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 4 sacks taken. He did not have a great game. The Bills did not come ready to play. We outplayed the Bills throughout the whole 60 minutes of the game. Michael Penix outplayed Josh Allen. We beat the best team, probably the best team in the AFC and in the league. But, hey, I'm happy we got the win. Rise up on to next week against San Fran. We're now 3-2, above 500. I slept great last night. I am happy that we won this game. Falcons win 24-14 against the Buffalo Bills. Last but not least, we go to the last Monday night game between the Chicago Bears and the Washington Commanders. Bears win 25-24 off of a Jake Moody game-winning field goal. Let's talk about it. Caleb Williams, great game, 17 for 29 for completion attempts, threw for 252 yards, 1 touchdown, and 0 interceptions. I think the Chicago Bears are a team that people should be looking out for when it comes down to playoff teams and stuff like that. This team could give the Lions and the Packers a run for their money in the NFC North, too. They start off 0-2, won the next 3 games. I think a lot of people should take the Chicago Bears serious, though, because Caleb Williams has been balling. That defense is special over there in Chicago. All right. He has weapons on the offensive side of the ball. All right. Ben Johnson, first year as a head coach, he is doing a great job for this Bears team. And I do think the Bears could be in the mix for a playoff spot. Okay. And in the NFC, the playoffs is going to be stacked. Okay. Almost everybody's going to be competing for a spot. DeAndre Swift ran for 108 yards and 0 touchdowns. He also had a touchdown, 3 targets, 2 receptions for 67 yards and 1 touchdown. Offensively for the Bears, looked great. Caleb Williams put the team in field goal range to win them the game. But let's go to the end of the game. What lost the Washington the game? Jaden Daniels, that crucial fumble. Bears recover it. Bears drive it all the way down inside of 20. Jay Moody kicks a game-winning field goal and win the game. Jaden Daniels had a rough game, 19 for 26 for completion attempts, threw for 211 yards. I'm gonna lie, he played pretty good, but at the end, it was rough with that fumble. That fumble lost him the game. He got to take accountability for his loss, for that loss, and he will take accountability for that loss because if he doesn't fumble the ball, the Commanders win that game. All right, threw for 211 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. This offense for Washington looks great, but when Terry McLaurin comes back, that offense is going to be one of the best offenses in the National Football League when Terry McLaurin comes back. But Washington, you sold this game. If you would have won last night, you are in first place in the NFC East. But otherwise, though, they got a road game in Dallas against the Cowboys, which I'm going to get into in a moment. But you got to win that game. Washington, that was a rough loss. That was a stunner. Jake Moody wins the game. The Bears got their revenge from last year for that Hail Mary. And I knew the Bears were going to somehow get their revenge because they came into the game with a chip on their shoulder. They remember what happened last year with those 2 seconds. So I'm glad that the Bears came in and got the job done. And that's it. Bears win 25-24. And that's it for the NFL Week 6 recap. Now we get into my Week 7 NFL predictions. Week 7 of the NFL season kicks off Thursday night with an AFC North rivalry between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Battle of the Unks, battle of the Oheads. Aaron Rodgers versus Joe Flacco. All right, this is going to be a great game. Steelers are balling right now. The Bengals are looking pretty rough. They're 2-4. Steelers 4-1. I think it's going to be a great game. 2 AFC North teams that know each other very well. I think it's going to be a close game than what people expect. I do not expect a blowout, but I am going with an upset alert. Give me the Cincinnati Bengals over the Pittsburgh Steelers. And here's the reason why. I do feel like Joe Flacco is going to outplay Aaron Rodgers, and the Bengals are going to outplay the Steelers in this game. And here's the thing, too. For the last 2 weeks, on Thursday night, the underdogs have won the game, so I'm going with the underdog for this game. I feel like everybody's going to be on the Steelers, but I'm going with the Bengals. I think they're going to find a way to win the game. All right, so I got the Bengals over the Steelers. Next up, we got another London game between the Los Angeles Rams and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jaguars play and they're but overseas home in London. Give me the Jaguars over the Rams. Y'all know the London Jaguars. You know, every time the Jaguars play in London, they play like the best team in the NFL. But otherwise, though, give me the Jacksonville Jaguars to beat the Los Angeles Rams. Next up, we got the New Orleans Saints taking on the Chicago Bears. Give me the Bears over the Saints. Miami Dolphins versus Cleveland Browns. Toilet Bowl, I don't care who wins this game. The game will be in Cleveland. Give me the Browns over the Dolphins. Raiders versus Chiefs, AFC West rivalry. Give me the Chiefs over the Raiders. I will not be surprised if the Raiders win this game because every time the Raiders and the Chiefs play each other pretty well in Kansas City, it's always a close game. It comes down to one final play, and it's going to come down to who gets that last stop. So give me the Chiefs over the Raiders. Next up, we got the Eagles taking on the Vikings. Eagles coming off a mini bye. The Vikings coming off a full bye week. I'm going to go with the Minnesota Vikings to beat the Philadelphia Eagles at home. Next up, we got the Carolina Panthers and the New York Jets. I got the Panthers beating the Jets. New England Patriots versus Tennessee Titans. I got the Patriots over the Titans. I got the Broncos beating the Giants. Colts Chargers. This is going to be a great game, but I'm going to lean towards the Los Angeles Chargers over the Indianapolis Colts. Green Bay Packers versus Arizona Cardinals. I got the Packers beating the Cardinals. Washington Commanders versus Dallas Cowboys. NFC East rivalry. 2 teams that know each other very well. Both offenses are great, but the defense is below average. I am going to go with the Dallas Cowboys because they're at home. I think they're going to find a way to beat the Washington Commanders. Next up, we got a Sunday night game between my Atlanta Falcons and the San Francisco 49ers. You already know who I'm rolling with. I am rolling with my Atlanta Falcons to beat the San Francisco 49ers. The offense is going to do their thing against the Niners' banged-up defense, and their O-line is really not that good. So I expect the defense to get after Mac Jones or Brock Purdy. And then Monday night, we got another doubleheader. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Detroit Lions. I'm going to go with the Lions over the Buccaneers. I think Jared Goff is going to have a bounce-back game. The Lions are due to have a bounce-back game. They need to win this game to keep in pace with the Packers, Bears, and Vikings for the NFC North. So I'm going to go with the Lions to bounce back at home against the Bucs. And then give me the Seahawks over the Texans. And I will post this video after I get off as well, too. So make sure y'all stay tuned for more. But otherwise, this is it. This concludes episode 46 of the Null Report. I appreciate all the love and support. Thank you for everybody that joined. All right. Don't forget, if you are new to the YouTube and you love sports, NFL, NBA, make sure y'all sub to the YouTube. Click that bell to make sure y'all get all the notifications on when I go live and when I post stuff. Okay. And don't forget to follow me on the TikTok and Instagram right here at _NAR_report. Otherwise, though, have a good rest of your day. I'll see y'all on my next episode 47. Nard out.